Oh, okay, yeah.
Damn.
Aiden's got a weapon. If someone bursts into his house, I think he's gonna be like fucking.
Use
Yeah.
use one of the spikes to stab Indy.
Kill Indy, please.
Just stab him. Oh, just touch his belly button. Yeah, just like that. That's hot.
Stop tickling me. Hey, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Like, I don't want to live anymore. It tickles so much.
Short round.
This is worse
my
than being
belly button's
tortured by
been
the
tickled.
cold.
I'd
Indy did
rather
get
have
tortured.
my heart ripped out than be touched in the belly button.
Yeah, I'd rather drink black goo than, get tickled like
Black
that.
goo.
The black
Oh,
goo. Short
I'd
round.
rather.
I'd rather
Really?
die.
Shorty,
Really? I'd rather
give me
drink
some
the
black glue.
Black glue?
And I'd rather drink black glue. Black glue.
Black glue.
I'd rather drink black glue than listen to Willie any longer. Short round.
I'm gonna use that for now. I'm like, yeah, man, just fix it up by putting some black glue on that shit.
Black glue.
Black goo. Hold on, I keep saying goo. Hold on, I want to look
Willie,
up black glue.
You don't understand. I had to smuggle out the
It was-
Sankara stones up my ass.
They only fit when I put them in sideways.
When they put the stones inside me, I want to fart.
I am the Sankara.
He's just fucking lost it.
I slowly had
That
to
would
put them up
that
my
would be
ass, but they
him
wanted.
That's him in the last movie if he was put in Temple of Doom. That's how he would behave.
I was trying to prevent burning in my asshole by putting them in sideways.
My son died in the war.
My son died in the war. I started
Well, at
shoving
least
black
I
glue
have
up my
one
ass.
of the Sankara stones still.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Welcome to
baby.
the All Things Geek podcast. I'm Tyler, also known as Bionic Side, joined by the man whose name starts with an A.
Aiden. Mix it up this time, or Kierman.
And the man whose name starts with a B, I guess.
Bitch.
Hey guys, bitch here. Renzolian or Braden.
Guys, quick promotion. We want to advertise the upcoming autobiography on Braden's life called One Ball Paul, the true story.
Why do you guys keep bringing that shit up? God damn it.
Pre-order your copy
It's
today.
real.
Editor,
Yeah.
please put an image of the cover we have.
There it is.
And use the more you know song
Yes.
as it appears.
Yeah, and also when you pre-order, use the promo code One Ball Paul for a 10% off coupon today.
In the in lessierken.shop. That's where you can find it.
Not the black market one, the other one. Just to clarify, I've had a couple sorry souls not come out of that financially.
Yeah, well, speaking of sorry souls, Aiden, tell us about some Legend of Zelda.
When I mentioned this to the gentleman about this being just a brief topic, I wasn't on initially when they talked about the Zelda set. I don't recall. I think back 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So Thatch and I were talking about the Zelda set because it's coming out in the next week, and Thatch made a very good point about how, for a Lego set like Zelda set, I think it's safe to say that this has been one of the most anticipated IP license sets Lego's ever done. I remember when it was Lego Kuso before Ideas. That was one of the most running things. They kept people made, design sets, and then they had supporters, but they never approved it. And I know it was for licensing for the longest time, but it's been an uphill battle for years, especially after they obtained the license to make Mario sets, and now we're getting Animal Crossing. So now Zelda finally having a set is wonderful, but the handling of how they're doing the whole promo for this set is piss poor, I think. And I don't understand why it is. So normally with LEGO D2C sets like the Zelda set, for example, let's look at Borrowed Door. The Lord of the Rings set they put up back in May. That they usually have like a couple week release of like official press. They'll give like all the like press like for I guess like when they have the Lego Ambassador Network of all the people that they've like notified,
Yeah.
like we can talk about this. They have
Mhm.
photos, and then when they have like a showing for all the upcoming D2C sets, I think like a annual thing every year, they show all the footage from that, and then we'll get like
Yeah.
reviews on the actual release day or a little bit before.
Mhm.
Zelda's had it all messed up because the Zelda set was revealed. I'm sorry, 3 months ago at least, and to have that kind of gap between promo stuff really just screws up the entire thing. I'm going to read a little bit what Thatch was saying. Shout out to him about when we were talking about this. He said they revealed it way too early and he literally had no promo. There was no gift with purchase to accompany the set, and they have sandwiched it between the Harry Potter set and the Nightmare set, which were both revealed after the fact. All that promo for those have steamrolled Zelda. Nightmare literally comes out like the same week. On top of that, because they revealed it so early, they couldn't do the reveal plus reviews combo they normally do, where all the Lego reviewers get early access and then launch all the reviews right after the set is revealed. So the Zelda reviews come out months after it was revealed and just sort of plopped in the middle of August. Again, you had Nightmare revealed, and then the next day YouTube reviews of it, and then 2 weeks later the set is released. So yeah, Thad made a great point. It kind of like broke this cycle that we usually have with D2C, and there's no explanation as to why. So it's like, why are you doing this to the Zelda set? I feel like it's probably like outside of Borrowed Door, it's probably my favorite set they made the whole year. It's better than the Nightmare set. I still like that set, but it's just a beautiful looking set. I don't get why they're mishandling it like this. I don't know if Nintendo has a say of how like they want to have this
Maybe.
done, but there's literally no reason behind it. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it's just kind of like, how are you going to promote your own product, right? And you're going to have it like, all right, we're going to have it months in advance. It's kind of like a broken up way of how you usually do things, and there's no good reason behind it. That's basically what I'm trying to get at here. So
It doesn't help that that set's
it,
really expensive
yeah,
too.
it's
So
a sort of a poor practice to play.
it's gonna hurt the sales for sure.
Yeah, and putting out the same week as Nightmare, I think it's too early to put out Nightmare because you put it in October or like maybe like fall release. This is
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
we're first week of September we're about to enter.
And there's so many big sets coming out this
Yeah,
year
and
too.
why the wait for the Zelda set when you revealed it back in May? Wait till September for a pre-order release day thing, and then have it coincide with competing with two other D2C sets. Because I feel like when they have, yeah, I know they had Borrowed Door back then, but still, why reveal it around the same time when I guess it's like, oh, we'll just plop Zelda somewhere and just like, if it sells, it sells. But it's like, I don't know. It seems like it's just like you're sabotaging the set to not do well. And the reviews came out a couple weeks ago, and everything about it looks great. The only thing I do have an issue with, and part of the set, it makes it frustrating. Just a quick thing: the Deku tree of how you can swap between it, making it the Ocarina of Time or Breath of the Wild. It's not like a normal constructive where you can just take it apart fully. It's like you have to take half the set apart and then add it like a whole different portion to it. I feel like that makes the build kind of confusing. I had a little bit of trouble with that when I bought like a similar set, Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Phenomenal set. But when you want to convert the pirate ship to the bay or vice versa, it took some time. It's a bit of a hassle. But when you have to rebuild entire portions or add on to it, I feel like that really does
Yeah.
not make it fun. To kind of like, well, I want to do Ocarina today, or I want to do, and you have so many extra pieces, which I don't really care to have so many left over myself. I still have a whole bag of all Barracuda parts. So, but that's really it. I just want to get that out of the way. It's as a knock indie over. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to mention it. I'm excited for the set. I just want to give a couple thoughts about it. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't worth mentioning, but I thought it was.
And I mean, to be fair, even if Lego's mishandling the way this set's going to release, there's still going to be hundreds of thousands of people just fucking ravenous to get their hands on the set.
I don't think it's not going to be so well, but it's like it's just a weird way of how they're handling it. It's like, you've done so well with every other license property, and now it's like, I don't know. It's observation. It's an observation. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of tragic events. Braden, I'm so sorry. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. No, I don't want to talk about it. Moving on. Uh, moving on. No. Okay. So I guess just plain and simple, we found out recently that I'm getting ahead of myself. Crash Bandicoot 5 was being planned, I think back in like 2020, 2019, something like that, a long time ago. And ultimately Activision decided not to do it. We recently just got the reveal of a ton of concept art from Toys for Bob, and it has single-handedly, when I saw the concept art, Thatch sent it to me. It was single-handedly the best news I had received all night, and also the worst news I had received all night, because the concept art is fucking gorgeous. Oh my god. Like, if there's anything to make my child brain lose its goddamn mind, it's this. I'll just go ahead and send some of this over here. Okay, so to prepare for this topic and talk a little bit more about it, I actually watched an hour-long video from Did You Know Gaming that kind of just summarized the whole recent history of the Crash situation, and it's very interesting. So basically, Toys for Bob, they got contracted to make the Spyro Reignited trilogy back in when it released in 2018, and that game, I love that game. It's not perfect, but it's my favorite games remade, so I very much enjoy it. And then they kind of became an in-house name. I think Activision bought them or something like that. Either way, they were under Activision. And Activision is not a good company, clearly. They have a lot of problems. And basically what ended up happening is that Crash 4, when it came out in 2020, did not meet Activision's expectations whatsoever. They were not happy with that. The game performed fine, just wasn't a massive hit that Activision wanted it to be. So they pulled all their plans that they wanted to do, especially Crash 5, which they planned to pitch for Crash 5. The original pitch, I kind of steamed over originally because the second pitch is, oh my god, my childhood. But the first pitch is actually really cool too. It involves Crash going through his villains' memories and fighting them inside their heads. It's fucking crazy and bonkers. But Crash villains are so much fun that I would have loved to see that. Has a lot of callbacks, and it's a lot more of an actual plot, which I think is really interesting. But then they were like, well, why don't we do this instead? And what they decided they wanted to do was a crossover between Crash and Spyro that involves Crash going into Spyro worlds. The dragons get possessed by Uka Uka, I believe, who's evil voodoo mask. And they go through different worlds, and they're all being destroyed, and you get to re-explore all these old Spyro worlds, and they're all Crashified, and it's really cool. So obviously that's my childhood right there, right? They haven't done a Crash and Spyro crossover since the Spyro Orange and Crash Purple games, which were terrible. They were not good. They came out on the Game Boy Advance, and they were not good at all. So this would have been a makeup for that, 100%. And like I said, the concept art is absolutely gorgeous. But ultimately, they decided to pull the plug on the game because, like I said, Crash 4 didn't sell very well. And they proceeded to treat Toys with Bob absolutely horrible. Toys for Bob really wanted to make this multiplayer Crash game for a long time. They had massive visions for it. Game came out half-baked. It lasted 3 seasons, and I don't even think it's online anymore. No marketing went into it. It wasn't received very well. They cut half the features out of the game, and that's not... Okay, here you're back. Yeah. All right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. So that Crash multiplayer game came out. It was a major bummer. Activision's already disappointed with them. They're like, hey, you guys are going to not make your games anymore. You're going to come work on Call of Duty with us. Major bummer. Toys for Bob is a way better company than that. And they took, not only did they take Toys for Bob, but they've also been using Vicarious Visions, who did the Crash remake trilogy. So basically, they're just like, hey, all come work on Call of Duty with us. And all these developers are like leaving, they're letting go of people. Like it's a terrible situation. Fully expected Toys for Bob to close. I was like, this studio is not lasting. Surprisingly, they are still around by some miracle. They've lost a lot of people though. A lot of the art designer and a lot of like the developers in general are just like, I don't want to work for this company anymore because this is not what I signed up to do. Just feels really horrible that this studio is being treated. It goes to show that like first party studios do not care about like smaller studios at all. They really don't. They're like, you work for us, you're gonna do what we want you to do, and if your shit doesn't make money, we're gonna bench you, and it sucks. One saving grace, though, is I believe Microsoft bought either Activision or Toys for Bob. I don't remember.
Activision, yes.
Okay, they bought Activision. And Xbox is a decent not Microsoft itself. Microsoft's kind of shitty and lame, but Xbox as a company is a little bit better than some people give them credit for. They actually seem to care sometimes. And there is a new Toys for Bob game in development right now. And I think it's pretty obvious what it's going to be. This might be this might be a little wrong to say, but I feel like it's going to be a Banjo remake. I feel like that's really the only thing, unless it's something original, which I just don't think would really sell.
I think a Banjo trilogy makes the most sense.
Well, there was never a third game.
Yes, there was.
Oh, nobody counts that one.
No,
nobody counts that.
It is a third Banjo game.
Oh, nobody likes that one.
The cars are only part of the game. It's still most of the gameplay is Banjo gameplay.
I guess. I've never heard anyone call it Banjo 3.
No, it is the third Banjo.
I guess they could do that. That'd be interesting. Yeah. Okay. So a Banjo remake, pretty likely. I think if there's ever, they haven't touched it. They've added Banjo to Smash, and then obviously they've put Banjo-Kazooie on the Switch as like a online thing. That's it. That's all they've done with the brand. So it's pretty likely. I would be surprised if they didn't do it.
I mean, the saving grace could potentially be Microsoft does own Spyro and Crash.
Yep.
So potentially, maybe they do a Banjo trilogy, and then maybe Microsoft, is generous and lets them do like a Crash Spyro Banjo game or something.
I'd love that. That'd be great. So. It was rough, but I think, like I said, Xbox is pretty understanding, and now that now that Activision is run by Xbox, I can almost see them being, hey, let them do their thing. People like their shit, so I don't know. I don't know the business politics of it all. It is unfortunate, but again, I'm very glad Toys for Bob is still in business. It is nice to see them, and that the fact they are still, and like I said, the most obvious direction is a Banjo game. I can't see them doing a Spyro game right out the gate. I mean, I would love that, but not going to happen. Banjo makes the most sense in this scenario. And I'm happy, but I will say Toys for Bob is a company I respect a lot, but it's just been horrible how the game industry has been treating them. So I've not been a fan of that, and watching them unfold pretty horribly. But there's obviously more sides to this story. I do recommend you guys go check out that Did You Know Gaming video. It's very interesting. It has a lot of specific details. I'm kind of glossing over everything. So, inform yourselves. Don't take my word for it fully. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry for rambling.
All right. To continue on the recent developments and mixed feelings train, I'm going to talk a little bit about chapter 268 of JJK. Last time we ended the chapter with Yuji punching Sukuna in the gut, and it basically said that he rung the bell on this fight. Apparently that was very literal, because shit's over in like 9 pages. It starts with Sukuna talking to Megumi in like his internal, his soul or whatever, and he's like, hey, you're a fucking loser, you killed your sister, like Yuji killed a bunch of people even though you saved his life, you suck. And then Megumi's like, why are you so desperate, are you like afraid to die? And then he's like, yeah, I guess. And then Megumi just falls out of the goo that is now Sukuna with these tentacles and eyeballs and mouths. And then he just withers into this little puddle. And Yuji's like, hey, you're me. Yeah. And he picks him
I'm
up.
not.
And he's like, nah, I'm a curse. And then we don't know what happens. And it cuts to some time later. And Megumi's in the bed. And then he gets up and they're trying to stuff Nobara in a box so that she can pop out of the box and surprise him. But he interrupts him. He's like, oh, my bad. And then they open letters and go from Gojo. And Gojo tells Nobara where her mom is at. Nobara doesn't care. And then his letter to Megumi tells him that he murdered his father. And that makes Megumi laugh.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, we gotta go save Yuta's life somehow. And I mean, that's it. And it's I don't know how to feel about it. On one hand, it feels very fast, very, very fast. Because just the chapter previous, Sukuna was like, "No, you're the one who's running out. I'm better than you." And then he gets punched once, and then he just turns into a puddle. And to be fair, for the last, like, I want to say 50 chapters, it's just been nonstop trying to beat the shit out of Sukuna. So
yeah.
It was bound to end at some point, but they spent so much. They hyped up that he was getting all his power back right before Yuji opened his domain, only for him to then just get punched a couple times, and then Nobara to do her thing, and then he just falls apart. I don't know. And then just a hard cut with no answers into what's happening. Like,
yeah, that's probably the worst thing.
Like Toto and Angel and with Yuta. I mean, we're gonna find out with Yuta going forward, but I don't know. There's a lot.
It just feels really weird to like randomly cut like, hey, everything's fine, they're back at the school, and it's like, what about like the destroyed fucking city that they're in? Like what cut to like random people like reacting to shit. You got it. And they could flash back, but I feel like now's a really stupid time to flash back to that shit.
There is no time to flash back.
It's stupid. Like I feel like you should have just shown what happened. Like it's not satisfying. It's like it's ending right before we see the main villain die, and then you're cutting away from it. It's like what? Like you want to see the main villain die. Like you don't want to not see that.
Yeah.
So he could still be alive, I guess.
I guess he could be inside Yuji. I don't know. Also, they cut back to the the fight between Raume and Hikari, and like that fight has only been shown once in the last 30 chapters, and the last time they showed it, they were still just standing apart from each other, not fighting, and this time they're still just standing apart from each other, not fighting. And then she just like covers herself in ice and then flakes away and dies.
He's like,
she's
cool.
Just like, I give up. Sukuna's gone. Bye. And the last time she was talking, she was like, "You'll never beat him. He's so powerful."
The comparison that
it just
I hear
kind of encapsulates the whole thing.
Everyone says that the connection got lost. And this is dipped out.
Yeah, pretty much. So I don't know.
It's like my connection.
It's nice to see the three characters back together, but it also feels like there was like very little consequences for much of anything, Like at this point, what important characters die besides Nanami, Gojo, and Choso? Like I guess Yuki, Jogo, not an important character. He's a bad guy. All the bad guys die. All of the bad guys die.
Yeah, I know.
But
it's a shame. I feel like he's putting this limit on himself to be like, you got to wrap it up in 5 chapters. I feel like it's your story. I feel like you should be able to tell it however the fuck you want and not feel rushed. Maybe he's just done. He could just be done with this story. He might just be like, I'm done with this. I want to move on.
And I think people are saying that maybe the anime is going to expand on the stuff that's being rushed.
That would be
for the
cool.
ending,
I think they should do that.
Which I hope so. That'll be nice.
That's
if that's the
only
case.
hope. Yeah, because you kind of need it. You kind of need it in this case.
Yes, very much so. But yeah, at this point, there's no hope for my boy Gojo coming back. He's just dead. He's gone. So,
you know what?
Oh well.
Call me crazy. He could come back.
In 3 chapters, I sincerely doubt that.
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see if Yuta's gonna be like stuck in his body forever, or if he's gonna die, or go back to his old body, or what.
Interesting.
I don't know.
It's disappointing.
It is. But that's the way it goes. So. Oh,
yes,
well.
sir.
Speaking of confusing, disappointing, rushed decisions, GameStop.
We love you, GameStop. We
do we though? Do we love them?
I like GameStop. I like going.
I think they're a failing business, and they're going to die at some point.
They are. I haven't bought a game from GameStop in years because physical media is kind of dying, unfortunately.
Much like Sukuna, GameStop is in denial that they're dying.
Exactly. GameStop's doing GameStop retro stores. It's a weird decision. I mean, retro game stores have existed for a long time, and I've always liked retro game stores. I love going to retro game stores because they're just fun environments. You can tell the people who own them actually really care about games. Usually,
yeah. But this is small independent businesses.
Yeah. Yes, that's what I was getting to.
Shit.
Yeah. Exactly, that's what I was getting to. It's like they're not gonna care. I guarantee you their stuff's going to be overpriced to hell. Their stuff is going to be probably not taken the best of care. Like, I imagine you're going to get some really janky-ass consoles. Like, you'll buy a console and, like, it works for, like, a day, and then it stops working. You're like, I spent $200 on a used PS1, and it's like, what the fuck? It's just, look, retro games are cool, but this just seems like a very strange decision. I didn't inherently hate the idea, but then I thought more about it, and I'm just like, this just seems like a really desperate move, and I don't think it's going to work. I think you're right, Ty. I think GameStop's done. I do think GameStop, within the next 10 years, I think we're going to see it go away. Like,
I think 5. I think
5 is more.
Well.
I'm just surprised that we got through. Yeah.
Honestly, like the route that I could have seen GameStop going to save themselves was to cut down in size and then make their locations like an actual hangout activity place rather than just a come in and get out.
Oh my god! But the people it would attract there.
I know.
It would. It would.
But
trust me, I've seen some GameStop characters in my time.
Yeah, I think we all have. But I don't feel like there's any. Look, man, I only get figures from there. That's that's the redeeming, if I want to consider that quality.
I have a membership, and it gives me deals on figures. That's all I've been using it for.
Yeah, no, I have. I get a $5 coupon every month. I don't use it every month, but it's like, hey, I get a figure.
It's awesome. Yes, we're talking about this. I remember that girl I had a crush on that worked at the GameStop. I feel so bad.
I remember this. Yeah,
the GameStop babe, as I called her. We were just talking about the characters it would attract. I would feel bad for her.
Like, would I be a character that can attract you?
Ew. I riz her up.
Yeah.
No.
Hey, baby girl, what do you think of
Persona
5 Royale?
Oh god. It's just Royal. It's not Royale, god damn it. Ugh. Gross. Anywho.
Man, that'd be like the worst game to mention to pick up a chick.
Probably. It's up there. It's pretty. You could say Shin Megami Tensei. You could get worse, but yeah.
Who's your favorite adult to romance in Persona 5?
Oh god. Who's your favorite confidant in Persona 5? Mine is
mine's the teacher.
Mine is Kawakaki.
Kawakaki. Wow, that says a lot. That says a lot.
It's like It's Kawamami or some shit like that.
Kawamami.
Yeah, no, GameStop's pulling the trigger on this on themselves in a way. I think this is gonna end badly for them. God bless them for trying. I just think this is gonna end in failure. Sorry, buds. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, chap.
Yeah, I don't know.
GameStop, sorry, bud. I love you, but you're doing a bad thing. It's like watching that friend you knew a long time ago, just watching them kind of slowly destroy themselves by trying to do new things, and it just feels okay, all right,
What?
Right. I just pointed at Braden the entire time.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on before I have an existential crisis.
That's not true.
No, I'm just teasing.
He's teasing you.
I do.
Jesus, how many times is this guy gonna fall? Why can't Adventure Series figures just fucking stand up for 5 seconds?
Use your feet, Indy. You got toes in them shoes, don't you?
He's too busy. He's too busy with the black. He's got too much black glue up his ass.
Sorry, you guys
can't stand up properly.
He needs to use the black glue on the soles of his feet.
Do you guys remember from Indiana Jones, like Indiana Jones 2, they had to fight like the big fucking like totem?
Hey, I don't like how you're holding it. Your vein is like popping out as you're holding it.
Well, I was trying to make a point here.
That's fucking scary.
Yeah, what?
That's really upsetting to look at.
Do you remember?
Like I know your hands are just naturally veiny. It's just weird seeing it. It's just like. Anyways, can we move on, please?
You mentioned it now. Like you see my hand all the time. I'm like,
anyways,
it's true. But your hand isn't normally.
Yeah, anyway, we're getting off topic.
GameStop.
You know what doesn't though?
What?
Hell yeah.
The Shapes collection.
Yeah, although that name does.
The name is pretty bad, but the figures that they provide. We got pics. We got pics of the Joel Ellie in hand. Well, not of them. Just damn it, you sent it before me.
Haha.
They look pretty good. They look good. I got no complaints.
I have
one complaint. I have one complaint.
The faces look weird based on this photo.
Yeah.
And then I like the idea of Ellie's ab crunch.
Yeah.
However, it does look very obnoxious.
Yes. I was gonna say that was my big complaint, is that she has that weird ugly joint there that like she's gonna be able to like L pose like
yeah.
Ouija,
she's gonna be able to break her spine
because but at the same time it looks nasty, so I don't want to see it.
It does look a little jank for sure.
Well, I just want to say I generally like the packaging, but I will admit the fucking back of the photo just being PNGs of the character with no description or no text whatsoever is kind of fucking lame. It's just like
it's really dumb.
We already know the characters.
Empty white space around it.
You're just standing in a PlayStation void. Like, what?
They could have literally just at least made it like the cover
like, what
of
the hell?
game or something.
I don't want to see this. Yeah, or a bio about both characters. Just anything aside from.
Yeah.
Look at them again. The exact same photo from
the game, something.
Give me a little blurb. But what if I don't know who these characters are? I just want to get like
an action shot. That being said, the accessories are pretty damn cool.
What if someone looks at this and like Last of Us, Ellie and Joel, but that's not Pedro Pascal. I don't understand.
They'll say,
or I can see if that box. Let's swing it back around. What if this box was in a GameStop per se, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you walk in, but the box is flipped behind. Would you have any idea that they were fucking action figures at all?
No, you wouldn't.
You'd be like, "Oh, this is a special edition of the game or some shit."
You'd be like, "Oh, why is that so boring looking?"
You're like, "That is the worst video game cover I've ever seen in my life." And they're like, "Oh no, it's an action figure." It's an action figure. Not like you find most action figures facing backwards, but you know what I mean. That's a very boring presentation.
Yeah, it's terrible, terrible back. But
the figures themselves look good.
I'm excited. Joel's elbows are gonna be weird.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because the elbow is in the bicep piece and not the forearm piece. So the forearm piece is gonna swivel on the elbow, and then it looks like he's got a bicep swivel as well. So I don't know. It might be good, it might be weird.
That's like what NECA does sometimes. That's weird.
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they look pretty good. They come with a lot more accessories than I expected. I did not expect them to come with their backpacks, so I was already thinking about using the backpack from the Ned Tom Holland 2-pack on Ellie.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna grab the backpacks from the other figures.
No. Those are for the premium.
You gotta keep their bags, man.
True.
Yeah.
I actually just pulled them out today, and they're still very good.
Mm-hmm.
But so I don't think I need these.
Depending on the size of these figures, I want these figures for sure. Depending on the size, I might try to track down an extra set of heads to do a head swap. To do the better heads on the more playable figures, but we'll see.
Gotcha.
But moving on.
Yes, sir.
We got.
Aha! Me again. I get to talk again. Yeah. Yeah. So we got some photos and some full solicitations for the SHF Luffy effects, and a little less than I would have personally wanted in this pack, but also at the same time, Ty reminded me that it's the pre-time skip stuff, and also those parts aren't like necessarily like you couldn't really do that for the arms on that Luffy figure because those arms are made a certain way. You can do that for the legs on the old Raid Luffy figure because they are just ball joints. So you just pop them out. But I understand why they couldn't do that for the arms. Either way, looks great. Obviously, looks fantastic. There is a face. We weren't sure if there was a face included. There is one. Batshit rabid face, which is cool.
It is compatible with both Luffys.
Yes.
So that means that all Luffy faces across the board are compatible for both figures.
Which is a very good design. It would have been very sad if they didn't do that. They have the hat on a string, which is great. I already have one because of Gear 5 Luffy, but it's nice to get another one. So that's really cool. You get two stretched
an extra one, so Gear 5 can keep his.
Yes, exactly. You got two long stretched out arms, which I believe are bent. Yeah, they're bendy wire. And then you've got two stretch out legs, and then you've got the crazy gum Gatling effect where it plugs into this piece, and you got like 6 arms, or no, more than that. It's fucking 7. Jesus. And then a stand. It's a nice set. I do wish we got a couple extra things, but I can't really complain too much. It's a cheap set, so it'll be nice to just grab it. And I haven't gotten my Luffy yet because I decided to wait for Big Bad Toy Store to get it. So hopefully that ships soon. And I cannot wait to get my hand on that figure because everyone really seems to like him. But it's a good set.
From this set, I'm most excited to see Luffy with the big legs and the big arms on at the same time.
Yes.
Just big stretched out Luffy.
He's like Stretch Armstrong. He's being pulled around.
Yeah. Like a Jack Skellington proportion Luffy.
Yeah. That's a fun idea. I could technically do that. Wait, I don't have legs. Never mind. I can't do that. Ignore me.
But yeah, all right. Moving on, we got okay.
So I don't know about this
yet. So Epicax just this morning revealed a brand new wave of 1/12 scale action figures.
I saw one of them, I think, but I haven't seen the other one.
And these are super cool. I love these a lot.
Whoa. Cool. Astronite as a woman. Oh, I love that last guy.
Oh, I know you love that green man.
That's frickin' Renzo. Wait a minute, that's Renzo. Holy shit.
Wait a minute.
That literally
money.
Yeah. It's pretty much Renzo.
Okay, I need that. I need to get that one.
I knew you were gonna because
all right.
paint job on that and you got yourself a Renzo.
All right. All right. Yep.
Yeah, this wave is super sick. I love it a lot.
Interesting.
I want to get the Greek woman. I think I want to get the space woman just because I really like the weird purple face head.
Yeah.
And then I think I want to get all 4 of them, honestly. They just all look so good.
They do. The other ones don't interest me as much. They do look good, though. I'm not saying they look bad. They look great. It's just not personally. Oh, the gold face on that other guy is awesome. What the hell?
Yeah, the masked head. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just all so cool. They really, really are.
But
The alien
you know where my
man.
interest lies.
He's
Yep.
got like a human face that's becoming an alien, and he's got a weird testicle alien head, and then
He's got a
lizard
goddamn
head.
ass Scooby Doo and the alien or whatever head.
Uh huh.
They kind of look like that. They do.
He's got a flaming sword and boots. You can swap
He
out for
Like
does.
boots.
your Renzo figure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look, he's
Isn't
got the.
no, they're like normal Martians. They have like big brains. This has like spiky head.
No, there's
No,
another. There's
Aiden, I'm
another
talking
head.
about the alternate head. Look at the one with the red eyes, brother.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it looks like it has like fly eyes. Sorry, I didn't see that. I'm looking. I'm
That's
like, what the hell are you
obviously
talking about?
not even remotely the same thing.
I thought I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
My memory's not that bad.
About?
No, he's great. I'm definitely getting him. Absolutely. Epic Hacks has been slowly, there's been releasing some figures that I've been. Aren't they doing a Rocketeer, or am I confused? That might be someone else.
What?
No, that was Loose Collector.
Okay.
No.
Well, I know they're doing the dogs, so I might. Well, that's unrelated. But this guy looks fantastic. I wish they had more of their fantasy stuff in 1/12 scale, because their fantasy stuff is so cool. They do like.
So far, they did Red Sonja, and then they're doing those two figures that I talked about previously from the weird Hot Toys board game or whatever.
Yeah, sideshow line.
Board game. Yeah.
Yeah.
And now this,
And
which
now
is
these.
super cool. And they've got a lot of skeletons in their 1/12 scale line as well.
Skeletons, I want them to do like the Gorgons and shit, because that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much they could do. They have so many great. When I look at.
Me too.
When I look at Fight's other stuff, I'm always just like, oh, their stuff is so cool, but it's too small. It's not the right scale. But now they're up in their game.
Line.
Yes, now they're up in their scale, and with the Epic Hacks, and I'm like, hell yeah, I might have to go back and try to see if I can get some of their skeletons, because their skeletons always looked really good to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Big
I don't
fan.
know. Depending on the prices, I didn't look at the prices.
Probably
Let's
30,
see, 40 bucks each.
40 bucks. It's like 56, close to 60 here. And it's not great, but I don't care. I need that Renzo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's especially all the accessories it comes with. It looks really cool.
I gotta get him.
That's why I would get that. Yeah.
I know. I gotta be more. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Depending on how I feel, I might get all of them. Depending on how I feel.
Depending on the mood.
I'm at least gonna get 2, but I might go 4.
Depending on the time of week.
Yeah, faux show. But all right, and then we got something Aiden can talk about. There was a Marvel figure revealed. Marvel Legends.
Was. I have a picture.
Exclusive.
Yeah. I'm kind of pissed about this. I'll explain why.
I'm kind of goddamn pissed.
Kind of pissed the fuck off.
Brother, talk about this for a second, please, brother.
Yeah. So here we have Night Spider, and he is a Marvel Unlimited exclusive figure. Usually, if you have a Marvel Unlimited, it's basically Marvel's comic app. You can go through, read all the different comics. They continuously add new ones every, I think, week, and it's great.
This is like a premium subscription, though, right? Like this is like
It
you
is
have
a
to pay
premium.
even
So
more.
I did have it. I just recently canceled it because, I mean, it wasn't a bad deal, like $70 a year because of how much I used it. But I just canceled it recently, so I may get it again sometime. But I didn't have a premium subscription. Now I wish I did because the Night Spider figure looks really cool. But yeah, they get like a premium subscription. You get a bundle box, all like kinds of goodies. They usually include a Marvel Legends figure that's like a slight repaint or like a figure I've already gotten.
Yellow Daredevil.
Yeah, Yellow Daredevil. I really wanted that one. I also wanted the Venom Punisher figure. It was so stupid, but I still loved it. It was I really wanted that one. But this is now up there. I know people are like, well, he has pins, but like the whole costume, I'm really intrigued by the cape. Of whoever is going to get that, because it looks like they just printed on. It's just literally the Moon Knight cape, but it looks like it's fabric. But Yeah.
Probably not. I wouldn't. It's probably not fabric. I would.
No, it's definitely the Moon Knight cape because you can see by the collar. And it comes like the 2 boomerangs. It's a cool design. I actually really like it, but it sucks that we're not getting as like a release in like an upcoming retro wave because that would have been an actual figure I would get instead of just having like the recent one we had with like Elektra, Daredevil, and Jessica Drew, Spider Woman. Like they're not great. I mean, not for me, but this is something like, oh, it's a variant I would love to get. It mixes it up. So, and Moon Knight and Spider-Man together is like awesome. So, I'm kind of bummed I'm gonna miss out on this, but I'm not. I got like 50, 60 other Spider-Man figures, but I love the variants. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah. I mean, it's a weird thing with this exclusive.
Put a bit more effort into it, and I'm just kind of shocked by it. I think that's the biggest thing.
They did, but at the same time, they didn't. With these figures, they never use like current bodies. They always use old ones. So this one still has the ab crunch and the swivel.
But I wonder if they. I don't know. You can't tell with the head sculpt. I'm like, if they made a whole new head sculpt for the figure, I'm like, the hell. But I
wouldn't care.
Probably not. No, I would imagine
they probably reuse like what's a base for that Sunfire body because that's what I think it is.
Every goddamn every figure I've seen from this like line from the Unlimited line always has like obvious reuse.
Yeah, it's just such an odd choice though because it's like, here's a cool look we can make and just have it as a Marvel Unlimited.
Well, you're paying so much for this premium subscription too. It's like why not just go out a little
bit. I mean,
I guess more people would be pissed. To be fair, more people would be really upset if if they were getting brand new sculpts and shit. Everyone would be like, oh,
yeah, or at least, or even just on a current body with like pinless and then updated articulation.
Honestly,
they're going for the warehouse. Is what they're doing. They're
going for the warehouse.
It's hard to tell.
They're just scraping the crust off the old.
They're like, well, Selfie series bombed. How are we gonna get rid of these bodies now? I know, Marvel Unlimited.
Yeah, but I mean, it is what it is.
They didn't even make comic figures that you can have your head on.
True.
Some more middling Marvel news. It was reported that Ultron is returning to the MCU by numerous outlets.
Yeah.
For the Vision series. Vision Quest or Vision or Vision Wanda. I don't know what the hell it's going to be called.
Vision Reach.
Extra Vision. Double Vision.
They should just call it Extra Vision.
Me, myself, and Vision.
Vision.
Yeah, look.
Aiden does not give a damn.
Yeah, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. I don't mind. Jane Spader's performance as Ultron was always very well done. I think it's Ultron. I don't know. I have my gripes with Ultron, like done how he was in Age of Ultron. But Jane Spader played him very well. So I think just seeing that performance again will be nice. But I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I haven't given a shit about this fucking Vision show, and I'm wondering why it's happening. And I guess that now the show has maybe one thing to have it run its mile, but even then I'm like,
supposedly Wanda is also returning for it.
Okay.
Vision getting a show makes a lot more sense than Agatha. However,
well,
if it's just Vision, then it is still a kind of a who cares situation. I like Vision a lot, but I like him in context with other characters more.
Yeah, he's kind of boring. That's kind of the whole.
So,
he's
if
kind
Wanda's in it, that's great. If Ultron's going to be the villain of it, fantastic. Then that's a really good setup for the three of them. If it's mostly about Vision, then Wanda appears and Ultron appears, then that's gonna be disappointing. We'll see how it goes. I love Ultron. I love Age of Ultron, so I'm very excited to see him return. I just hope that it's a meaningful return.
I hope they give him a crazy
flashback or something.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like they're going back on all these older villains, right? They were kind of like, well, we didn't do 100% all of them. Let's try and make
because they kept killing them
off. And get them another better swing.
They're like, oh shit, we killed him off.
I do hate Ultron's design for the MCU. It is fucking abysmal to me. I really hate it. Like, I don't. I hate it so much. I hate his fucking teeth and all this. I'm like, no, stop. That's so gross.
Teeth, I forgot he had.
Now they got close towards like the final battle. Like, all right, we got Ultron shapes going on, but I'm like, I don't need. I don't know.
I mean,
I think if he comes back as like a major character, he's probably like if he's like the main villain of the show, he's probably gonna have like a crazy comic book accurate looking design.
Yeah,
like, he'll
based
probably have
on
a crazy
like the costume designs of Phase 4 and 5, I would say.
Yeah, they're definitely. Which look, I'm excited to see that design. I just hope that it's good. So
make him crazy, dude. You make him fucking crazy, dude. That's all I'm asking.
Crazy, dude.
Make him fucking crazy.
Make him a lunatic.
Well, from that, I guess we can transition into some news that Aiden's actually excited about.
Yeah.
He went from not giving a piss to giving a piss, because they
Pissing
leaked
on rocks.
Yeah.
The Thing design was leaked recently.
Yes,
officially.
Third time.
It's a weird photo. It's a very strange photo.
Yeah.
Well, it's the guy in the suit on set for the Fantastic Four. First steps.
I think people aren't realizing a couple things about it already, and it always just makes you guys use some critical thinking before you fucking lampoon something.
You're one to talk.
Well, I'm just saying. Hold on. Okay, hold on now.
Yeah, what are they saying? That's my question.
They're like, it looks like shit. Why is he wearing a shirt? First of all.
No. So
yeah.
Go ahead. You know he's gonna lose that shirt.
Yeah. I literally sent Thatch a panel of when he rips off the shirt. And he's like, I need to get this monkey suit off of me. And he rips it off. It's like from the original comics. It's great.
They're probably going to do that in the movie.
I love that they are using a practical on-set suit. Obviously, it's going to be for having certain lighting for the texture on the rock. Yes. But it's great that they're trying to have it stand in, so it's not like they're completely CGing, Ben into, frame with everyone else.
An actual Rockman to act off
of,
and then
I love it.
Overlay it.
Yeah. Well, and I love that we saw like
they couldn't get a rock actor on set, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't available.
No. So I love that. It literally looks like the Thing. He's got the big brow, the rocky texture, orange. Yeah, very prominent. Everyone's like, Alex Ross. I'm like, yeah, but it's also fucking Jack Kirby original, like, Fantastic Four.
That's what he's supposed to look
like. The realism part, yes, we're getting, like, Alex Ross, but still, it's the Thing. I can't wait to see him shirtless. Sounds weird to say, but
it's a Marvel movie. We always got to have the
come on, man. Shirtless. Yeah, we just saw Jack do it. So
you know what I will say too? I'm sure he'll be a bit bigger when they model like CGI over him, but he's also I feel like he's like really well sized too. I feel like Thing isn't huge. Yeah. He's not Hulk sized. He's like kind of in the middle.
Yeah, he's in the middle. He's in the middle.
I can't wait to hear Ben Grimm just bitch and moan every line of dialogue about how much it sucks to be a rock man.
Yes, I am too. And he looks cool, and he's not fucking either butt naked or looks like, fucking
If this was Quantum Mania, we'd be seeing his rock ass.
Yeah,
it's true. We'd be seeing.
That's
what we saw in Fire Can 4-Stick.
Yeah, it literally looks like looks like one of my Marvel Legends figures because he has like the fucking upper lip. It looks like in that photo.
Yeah.
So,
that's what you want.
No, I'm loving it. It's a funny photo too because I think I'm gonna send like a caption like me when my mom's getting ready for school picture day or something.
He looks really miserable. He looks upset. He looks like he does not want to go to school today.
Just putting the mask over the
but he does look fantastic.
Mom dressing me for a wedding or something.
I don't know. He looks quite grim, if you ask me.
Ha 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 ha. Because
he looks a bit like a Fantastic
He
Four.
hates his life.
Yeah. No, I want more set photos. I know there's been some popping out, but yeah, that's a big one.
We've gotten to see Johnny in his costume. We're getting to see Ben in his costume.
Johnny, yes, Papa.
See Reed and Sue.
Hell yeah.
I'll sue your ass for defamation, my friend.
They could just take an empty picture of a lot in the sand and then say that's Sue in costume. So.
Absolutely, brother.
It's true.
But yeah, very exciting. He looks fantastic. I can't wait to actually see him in action. And then let's get some fucking action figures up in here.
Oh, MCU fucking thing figure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Have him come with a fabric shirt so you can take it off. Take off the fabric shirt. Too much? Probably.
Well, probably too much. You have to actually rip it off of him.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Braden and I got a little something to talk about, which is very exciting. There was a big trailer this week, but there was another trailer. Are you watching the trailer right fucking now for the first time? You fucking asshole.
Well, he seemed excited about it, huh?
My bad. I just watched it. That looks awesome. That looks fucking awesome.
So, Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 has a trailer that's out. It's very exciting because I know what's going to happen. It's the conclusion of the Dragon arc with the Chroma Conclave, with Thordak, with the black one. I don't remember what his name is right now.
The black one.
The black dragon, and then Raishan the green dragon.
Yeah.
In this season, it's mostly going to be about traveling the world and the realms to amass more power, to fight the dragons. So a clip that they released previously shows them going to Marquette, which is where Gilmore is from. Gilmore goes with them. Not how it happened in the campaign, but they're changing things. And then they go to Hell in this trailer, which is very exciting.
Go to Hell.
What do you think, Braden?
Looks awesome. I will admit I need to rewatch the show really badly because I'm kind of starting to forget things. Ty held a gun to my head and forced me to watch season 1 and 2 aggressively. But you know what? It was good. I enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed it. But yeah, this season looks really solid. Just a good show. Like it's such an underrated good show. Like you don't like. It's never like a huge thing that people are like, oh my god, Vox Machina is coming. Like everyone just kind of goes, yeah, it's a thing. But it's all. Well, I'm sure everyone in your circles is like, this is fucking awesome. But like I never hear like anyone else talk about it. So like whenever it does come out, it's like, oh, it's just really good. You know, this studio is great. All the voice actors are good. You know, obviously, so it's gonna be a good ass show. And I'm looking forward to it. Did they confirm that they're doing a season 4 yet, or do we not know?
I believe up to season 5 is confirmed.
Damn. And then we know they're working on Mighty 9, so that's going to be a thing. Which I might even be more excited for at this point, because it's something different. Like, it's something else. So I want to see more from this. I want to know more.
When does the new season come out?
It releases in October. I think October.
Ooh.
Damn, everything's coming out in October. God damn.
What other things are coming out in October?
Yeah,
fucking Shadow X Sonic Generations.
It's coming out late October,
yeah. And
that's a video game, not a TV show. It's very different.
Lego's coming out in October.
Everything's coming out in October.
Something Lego related.
This and that.
Lego. Well, I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot happening in October for me. I don't know if that's true. I just feel like I've heard a lot of things coming out in October. I don't know if it's fucking true. Looks good.
Yes, it looks fantastic.
No, okay. I don't know if that's just brainwashing. I feel like he looks massive compared to how he usually looks.
Who, Grog?
Yeah.
No,
I feel like he's like.
He might be a
very
little bigger,
wide. Yeah.
But if anything, maybe that's because he's got his special gauntlets now that I'm sure that
right.
he will explain.
Yeah. Right.
But and then, of course, to round out the week, we got
obviously
the biggest news. The
yes.
best news.
the
sickest
greatest,
news.
yeah, the fastest news.
The fucking fastest news.
Except not really, because it took a long time to get a trailer. But you know what I mean.
That's true. But hits hard. That trailer. Oh my god.
It fucks.
It
Dare I
fucks
say.
so. It fucks
Even I
everyone.
liked it.
It fucks everyone.
Even I
It
liked
fucks
it.
Aiden.
Even Aiden
It fucks Aiden.
Whoa,
I'm actually excited to actually maybe possibly watch it. Okay.
Aiden has
I
not
actually
seen
feel
Sonic
bad.
Boy 2.
I
He's
actually
excited
feel
to
bad.
buy a Shadow the Hedgehog action figure. That's how good
That's
the trailer
true.
is.
Yeah, that's what it.
Yeah.
That's what it did to me. I'm not
Obviously,
even lying.
Sonic 3 trailer came out, and it was a huge fucking deal, and we all cried and pissed and came collectively as a unit.
As a unit.
Ty's reaction, he made a reaction, was so wholesome.
It was awesome.
It was like a fucking child waking up on Christmas, and it was so wholesome.
Absolutely.
He's sitting there on the couch like, oh my god, oh, like moaning every 3 seconds.
It was not moaning. Jesus. Make it sound like I was
awesome.
actively orgasming.
I loved it. I would have recorded a reaction, but I was at home. You were. You actually were. You moaned throughout the entire.
I was edging.
You were edging.
Oh,
let's just say your edging came to an end by the end of the trailer.
Oh,
Came to a climax, if you will.
It came all right. This is getting off the rails. Yeah.
But, Sonic 3 trailer
3.
came out. We get to see a very moist Shadow.
Wettest Shadow you can ever imagine.
Yeah, he's perfect. Keanu Reeves, perfect as Shadow. Perfect voice. Not a better voice in Hollywood.
Surprised me. Thoroughly surprised me. When I first heard him, I was like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna sound right? And like the first line he says, I'm like, oh, that's just Keanu. And then he keeps going. I'm like, okay, all right, I like what he's going for. When he's mad, he sounds so fucking pissed. So that's cool. Yeah, there's so much, dude.
And Idris Elba as Knuckles, which is just perfect casting as well. Oh man, and then Jim Carrey, Eggman is back.
We've definitely there's so much stuff with this trailer. First of all, it is exactly the type of trailer that we needed. Like, we haven't seen any. I was so worried this was going to be like a fucking teaser trailer, but it is a full-on trailer, and it confirms a lot of things, and I'm super happy about that. Eggman's back.
If you're not familiar with Sonic Adventure 2, it doesn't give away the plot. No. You don't know what Shadow's motivations are other than he's had a sad life, and he's probably angry about it.
Yeah, thoroughly upset about it.
He's very displeased.
He's very peeved, but it's awesome. I mean,
the action's
there's
so good.
So much to talk about. Yeah, the
Everyone
action's great.
Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, they all look so much better than they did in the last movie, and in the last movie they look fantastic. It's ridiculous. They just they've found a way to improve them every single time, which is good, because I think Sonic Movie 1 is like the most jank, because Sonic, obviously, his whole model was erased and like brought back from the dead, so he looks fucking weird in that movie. I mean, for the level of crunch time that movie had, he still looks good. But now he just looks exponentially better.
Well, they knew how to work that off of the second movie, because they had to do more, and then they're like, okay, we've got a style, we know what we're doing, we got the budget, let's do it. Same thing with Shadow. He looks
at this
fantastic.
point, we've got Sonic perfected. Shadow is just, you can modify Sonic, turn him into Shadow, pretty much.
Yep. There you go. But he's different. I like it.
He is.
You know,
he's so good.
But there's so much shit to talk about, dude. I thought fucking Amy was in the trailer for a second. I fucking
apparently a lot of people did. Like, no, that is just obviously Knuckles.
Yeah, it's the lighting makes him look a little bit more pink, so I think that's why. Yeah. And it's also such a fast shot too that you kind of have to like pause and be like, huh? That's my first instinct. I went back and then I looked in the comments, like, nobody's talking about Amy, so I was like, it's obviously not Amy. It's like that's how I knew. I was like, it's obviously not her. If it was her, everyone would be fucking talking about her. She could show up in this movie, but I doubt it.
I doubt it. I think more
the
likely
biggest shock.
The biggest shock, absolutely. I'll let you go.
Yeah, you already know who I'm gonna say too.
Oh yeah.
Fucking, fucking Gerald showing up at the end. I
Jim
shat
Carrey
my pants.
playing Gerald Robotnik, who's alive, which is
Yeah,
bizarre because he's supposed to be
different,
long
very
dead
different.
in video game continuity.
Yes.
He reunites with his grandson. They hug.
Yeah.
They're the same man. He
Which
talks about
I'm
his saggy
perfectly fine with.
flesh.
Yeah, yeah. Which feels like something I would write. I feel like I would write something like that.
I do
He's like
love
in the
this though
saggy
because
fish.
now we'll actually get to have like a conversation between
Yeah, they don't know each other like
Ivo
at all in the game.
and Gerald. Yeah, and like Maria was always the favorite grandchild, whereas Ivo was, never really loved. So I'm very interested to get to know that dynamic. We've already established in the first movie that Eggman is an orphan in this series.
Yeah.
So he didn't have his parents. So that's going to be very interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, seeing him again, and like I said, him being cast as Jim Carrey is like, it's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even care. Like some people might go, well, he looks exact. They fucking do that shit all the time. And also, if you're gonna get anyone to play Eggman's grandfather, it's gonna be Jim Carrey. Like, why not? And if you can only get him for one more movie, this is the one to get him for.
If this is his last movie and he's playing two roles,
play multiple characters. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have a fucking Eggman clone. No, it's crazy. The action looks so fun. There's too much shit to talk about, honestly.
The action is so good.
It's really cool when
he's beating the hell out of Knuckles and Tails and
They're
Sonic.
actually using his shoes, which is something they never do. They never use his shoes.
Seeing those thrusters light up when he takes them up into the sky is just gorgeous.
It's like, yeah. He's got the bike. The only thing he's missing is a fucking pistol. You gotta give him the Glock.
Oh, God, please, for the love of God, give him a gun.
Okay, first of all, I think it's a little too easy to be like, oh, Tom's dead. I think that's too, like, I think if he doesn't die, he's getting injured or something. Something's happening to him. Because Sonic looks fucking depressed one shot.
He does seem to be a gun agent. He has a patch on his shoulder in that one shot where I think
he's just like breaking it. I think he's breaking in, or he's probably like.
I think he might be involved in the initial team that Shadow beats the shit out of, and then like he's decommissioned.
Oh, maybe that would be interesting if he graduated from cop to gun agent. That'd be interesting.
He seems to be a gun agent at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, I took that as more he was in disguise and like breaking into their like. Thing no, I
don't think so.
Oh, hold on, guys. My dad is calling me.
My daddy.
Keep rambling, Ty.
Aiden, what do you think about the trailer?
Yeah, no, I think the movie looks great, honestly. I've been looking through. I'm like, holy shit, the Sonic films are just like progressively look like they've gotten better. Because 2 looked like a lot of fun. I haven't seen any of them, but 3, I've always joked about like Shadow, be like, what a fucking edgelord, and then Ty sent me like a half-hour video of like why he's so great and tragic.
Why Shadow's a good character.
Yeah, and I'm actually like, wow, I kind of like him now, and I want to put him into fucking videos soon. But yeah, I'm excited, especially having Keanu voice Shadows. Like, you have me sold. And then Jim Carrey, I love any performance he can get to like really play wacky characters and express himself. So having him play Robotnik's papa is grandpapa is so obvious. They're very custom, tremendous custom. You don't even need the other actual 5.5-inch figure, but I want to see it. If I can see it with you guys, that would be honestly amazing.
The dream.
I think it'd be an ideal situation that we all get together. We watch the first 2 in prep, and then we go see the third one. You'd be down for that.
First 2.
Well, Tyler and I pissed the entire time in the theater, actively pissed.
Well, that would be enjoyable for me just to watch, because I could maybe be in like Braden's eyes, where we're like,
Aiden, this is my No Way Home. This is my No Way Home.
This is my No Way Home. Just to let you know, you guys all dressed up as Spider-Man to go see No Way Home. I'm getting an Eggman movie costume for Halloween. I'm going as Eggman with a bald cap to see this fucking movie.
I'm gonna.
It's
Who do
gonna
you want us
happen.
Pregnant. Can I
Who do
be
you want us
pregnant
to
Shadow?
best?
Can I be?
If we
Can I
can
be
get all
pregnant
three
Shadow?
of you, you should be Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be good.
That
I'd be
would good.
Knuckles. No,
Absolutely. Aiden would be Tails.
I'd be Tails. No,
Yeah.
Aiden's Tails. Aiden's
Aiden's
Tails.
Tails for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna be Tails.
He's the smartest. He's the most charming.
That was because of
He's the
the
most twink.
that was
most
because he's like
twinko out of all of
a
us.
fox, so like the similar hair color.
He's got
better
the
arms,
iconic
obviously.
Tails hair flips. Yeah.
He does.
Um,
He does.
That's the dream. Dude, there's just so much to talk. Everything with Eggman at the very end is like perfect. By the way, totally gonna betray everyone. It's like,
Oh.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
shit.
I did want to say that was why I wanted to bring up Gerald, but you brought him up first, which is fine.
My bad.
I totally think Eggman and Gerald are gonna put their research together. Gerald in making Shadow, Eggman in making robots.
Metal
I
Sonic.
think we're getting Metal Sonic. I think we're definitely getting Metal Sonic by the end of this.
Yeah.
I'm standing up and I'm
Oh,
pissing
shit,
in the
that's
other.
like, it's looking like Godzilla and Kong, where they're gonna fucking
Yeah.
fight at the end, and Mecha
Yes.
Godzilla comes.
I feel like
It's gonna be Metal Sonic. They're gonna go super, both of them, and just beat the shit out of that fucking robot.
I feel like
what are
what
you gonna
could you do
after this third movie? You know, like
well, they already confirmed Sonic 4, so we know it's
they
happening.
did.
Yeah,
They
did.
Oh yeah.
They also confirmed another
I think they're
spin-off,
working on
which
it.
I assume is probably going to be a
Holy
Shadow
shit,
show.
Shadow.
What
Shadow
are they gonna
show.
do in the fourth movie? Like with Silver, or
I'm thinking Silver, but who knows? They could
be
go
Silver.
back to.
We could do like
They could go back
is there a
to
storyline that they
like,
can
they could
maybe
go
just
back to
like fully base the
Oh,
movie
man.
around it?
if they want to
mean-
do like more of a lighthearted fun movie, we could get like a Sonic Riders movie.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Cool.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think from this point, I could totally be wrong about this, but I almost feel like Sonic is going to like branch off at the end, and them and his friends are like gonna go explore like the multiverse or whatever, and go to like different planets.
Yeah, that's
Just
what
so
I
they
want to see. Like Ty was saying, the more lighthearted, but then just travel around the galaxy because it's like, holy shit.
there's so many places that haven't been adapted in the world. Like,
And,
I really want to.
It would be a real easy premise, like you do. Like there's this big race event with this MacGuffin at the end as a prize, and you get like the Riders team. You could introduce the Chaotix and all these other teams.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of potential you could
I've
do.
been waiting
if you
for
want.
Vector.
If you want more serious, you could do Silver coming from the future and do the Mephiles plot. They've already introduced Iblis canonically.
Yes. In the Knuckles show. Yeah.
Does the Sonic
Crazy.
movie have like the same director through each of these movies? The same guy.
It's been the same writers, I know.
Okay, well that's good.
Isn't it Jeff? Is Jeff Fowler the writer or is he the director?
I
thought he was
hope they keep the same writers, going forward.
Sonic
Oh,
3. Jeff Fowler
This
is the
is-
director.
okay. I'm pretty sure he's the director for all of them. At least the first three. I could be wrong.
Director.
Jeff Fowler's been involved with
Yeah.
Sonic for years.
He's been the director of all of them.
Okay.
He was in charge. I'm pretty sure he helped direct like the Shadow opening cutscene or something like that.
He worked on Shadow cinematics for the Shadow the Hedgehog game, I think.
That was like
Or
2005,
it was-
man.
It was either Adventure 2, 06, or the Shadow game. One of those
That's
three
crazy.
he worked on.
I think it was Shadow. I remember it being Shadow, which is crazy. He's finally coming full circle and getting to do this. It's nuts. Oh
Yeah,
man,
and you can tell he's got a serious passion for this hedgehog because
oh yeah,
sick.
God
He's got the motorcycle.
God bless him. Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, Ty already knows how I feel about the first Sonic movie, but without that movie, we wouldn't get any of this, and I'm so glad that we've gotten over the first movie. We're so much past that first movie now, and we are so much in what I wanted to see. And I'm genuinely sitting here as however old I am, 23, and I'm like fucking rocking, and like I'm it is the most anticipated I have been for a movie in a long time, and that's awesome. Like, I'm just so excited. I think it's gonna be so good. Everything from this trailer alone is getting me excited. So I'm there.
So
I'm ready.
I'm
Give it to me.
I'm
Injected
getting
to my veins.
dangerous. I'm getting dangerously close to commissioning someone to make 4-inch scale size pieces like Shadow's head and boots and gloves.
Oh, you just buy another Sonic and then use the. Oh.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get a Supersonic and dye the arms, legs, and torso black.
Good idea. Ty has taken a stand against the 5-inch figures.
I
He
think I'm
wants
gonna
nothing.
get them.
All right,
But
all right.
my main ones are the 4-inch ones.
Yeah,
'cause
not
those
for
actually
display, just to have
scale.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
I've got
getcha.
the Prime figures and they're in a box, so.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, this is the best news of the week.
Absolutely. Easily, hands down.
I agree.
Man, I've watched the trailer probably like 5
For
times
me,
now, 6
personally,
times.
obviously. I think Ty can agree with that, attest to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen it. So I haven't even talked to Cam about it yet. I know she's gonna be just as excited as I am because it's oh man. So I'm excited. I'm hyped. I'm really excited.
There's so much I want to say. Yeah, man.
It is
Yeah.
most anticipated movie of the year. Let's go.
Easily. I mean, I want to see Daredevil Born Again, but after this movie, man, I don't know. I'd be okay with dying.
Wow.
Die.
Don't do that to me.
It's all downhill from there.
I just throws himself off a cliff after the movie. He just plummets into the fucking Oregon Trail.
Unless there's a Shadow the Hedgehog show coming after this.
I mean, there is. What else could it be? What else is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
if
Shadow
they do
show.
that, though, God, I hope they introduce Rouge and Omega for sure.
Omega could be in this movie, for all we know.
I don't think so.
Maybe. Who knows? I don't know what to expect anymore. Gaslight.
There could be a robot that looks akin to Omega that shows up and gets destroyed.
Like introducing the concept. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's fair. Dude, if it's first of all, okay. No, one quick point before we end this, because I don't want to drag this on too long. But I will say, they have said over and over and over again that Live and Learn is not in this movie, but it is so part of the marketing that I can't help but feel like they're gonna sneak it in at the end. And if they do,
when they both go super,
yep, I'm screaming.
Oh my god.
We might need to rent out a theater because I might not be able to fucking handle myself.
I might faint.
I
might miss the end of the movie because I faint.
Could we rent out for a birthday? Could we rent out a movie theater?
You'd have to buy the tickets for every seat.
Yeah. Oh, you would? Really?
Yeah, literally.
Holy
to rent
Christ.
out a theater. Be very expensive.
That's cringe as hell. Especially for fucking if we go to
I wonder if you get a bulk discount.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably call and be like, "Hey, I wanna book an entire showing of."
I know you
Yeah,
can.
what movie? Sonic 3.
Sonic
we
3.
show up. It's the meme where we show up and we're all in costume and we're
Just
all
let
like,
you know, we made Goon in the theater, so it's a bit of a
Bring the
So
mop
minor.
we're gonna make
buckets.
this bit of a mess on the aisle 2. You might want to clean this shit up. But we'd be able to run around. Oh, because I know in Dubai you can rent out a movie theater for dirt cheap. So I'm sitting
for
here
sure.
going
yeah, that's fucking Dubai, not the United States of America.
maybe we should go to Dubai to watch this movie.
But they're not gonna bring you food in the theater.
I don't know, man. Maybe they would.
No, maybe.
Have you ever been to Dubai?
But yeah, I mean, if we can get all 4 of us together for this, it would be
That's the dream.
the dream for sure. Absolutely.
Effing dream.
My God.
All right, should we wrap this up?
Oh, before we do, I do want to say,
Okay.
Shadow has black hole powers, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
He generates a black hole with a punch in one of the shots. And I assume that's an adaptation of his Chaos Control, where instead of it being a Chaos Emerald ability, it's a specific thing that he does.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe that's how he teleports and stuff. It's going to be explained to be generating holes.
He's
in
using
space
black.
or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I never thought about that.
Chaos Emerald.
Chaos
Yeah, he
Emeralds.
usually how delayed that was. He usually uses Chaos Emeralds to teleport and use his power.
Yeah. But yeah, man,
That's why he says Chaos Control.
Yeah, and among a slew of other chaos things that he shouts.
True. But Chaos
all
Control
right.
is the most iconic.
Yeah. I could keep going forever, but let's wrap it up.
We need to spare the audience at a certain point. We'll talk.
Yes.
I'm sure the episode that we talk about the movie will be like 4 hours long.
Oh yeah.
Because we'll just be yelling.
I'm gonna need to see it like back to back on a weekend. Like see it one day and then the next day for the weekend.
Because you won't be conscious for most of the first viewing.
If
you'll
not
be
more
like
than,
going
more
in
than
and
once. If this releases
out of
December
coma.
20th, that's gonna be probably during my holiday break from work. I might see it like 3-4 times.
Yeah, fair enough,
I'm
man.
just sad. I saw D&D twice in theaters, and that's the only time I've seen a movie more than once. So this will be something. Yeah, I think I saw Batman twice as well.
Damn, Bubba.
But yeah, Batman and D&D are the only movies I've seen more than once in theater. But this will.
Brandon's like, all right.
Wrap this shit up, boys.
All right. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you, Aiden and Braden, for joining me, my lovely friends. And we will be back next week to talk about more and/or less bullshit. So.
Yeah, who knows? We don't know yet.
Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. He doesn't even look at you when he waves at you. He just looks away.